Don't waste another minute on your drive.
Why is that song in your head?
Because the cutter was show me that smile again.
Show me that smile.
He's back.
There's another minute on your crying. The best is ready to begin.
Oh, I love it. See, Niana does this. Niana does this fake thing like she's happy for us, where she's really thinking like, oh, I can't wait to cut this and make them look stupid later.
Is you
You
fine?
want to keep this in?
That's why we're doing it. What show is that? Family Ties? No.
No, not just the 10 of us? No, I don't know. Can you look up
Show Me That Smile
is the theme song to what show?
Don't waste another minute on your cry. Come on, Chad, you
What was
know.
it called?
With
Show Me That Smile again.
The
Sounds
best
familiar.
is ready to begin.
Growing Pains.
Isn't that what you said?
I love this show so much.
Not today, pal. Not today.
I would love that to be the opening of this show.
What is it called? That song.
As long as we've got each other.
Yeah.
Sharing in laughter and love.
As long as we got each other, that's the name of it?
Pretty sure.
Wow.
Okay. So there has been, I don't know if you've seen that Heather has found a new lane on our Instagram.
Yes, I've noticed in the stories lately.
Which is people getting Sopranos tattoos.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Crazy. Good for you. Wow. I mean, I have 7 tattoos. I get it. I love them, but they're all about me. You know what I mean? Like, and my
You don't
life.
have any Sex in the City tattoos?
I don't have any growing pains tattoos.
Yeah. You don't have Alan Thicke on your back?
I would love that.
Can you? So we got a bunch of them. And here's the thing. I at first I was gonna say we should rate them 1 to 10, but then I was like,
That's mean.
these are on people's bodies,
Yeah.
and also somebody was a tattoo artist and put time into this.
That's
So 1 to
right.
10
I
is
like
mean,
that.
but I think it's okay to go pass or fail.
Or favorites.
We could just because 10 is a lot
Do
to
you
get
think
favorite.
pass or fail is fine, but
Yeah,
rating
because we're
it is
saying it's bad, but we're not saying how bad. You know what I mean? We're saying that we think this is a fail of a tattoo for us. We wouldn't put it on, but you know,
you could
let's
do
see.
that. I'm gonna find my favorites.
Yeah, let's see how we go. See, that's a pass.
Oh, is that on the back of a leg?
I think so, right?
Kind of looks
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
what it looks like.
Wow,
Yeah, that's a pass.
that's a pass. That's some
And
artistry.
for people who are just listening, it's Tony in the pool looking at the ducks.
Yep, but you've got like the pool, the patio, the landscaping. You can tell he's in his robe. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So we got, all right. So first one passed. There you go. It's not mean. Go ahead. Second one.
Oh.
Go ahead, Jane.
Okay, so it's Tony in a robe, in his undies, with his wife beater, holding a duck around at his waist.
And what would you like to say? You don't want to go pass or fail.
Well, it's very clear what it is.
Here's what I would say. I think the concept is a pass.
Yeah.
Everything but his head, because here's how I look at it. If you take his face and don't show the rest of the body, I wouldn't know who that was.
I would.
What?
I think it has his sad eyes and head shape. I think it's well done. I wish
Wow.
it was smaller.
I wouldn't know whose face that was. If I just showed you from the chin up, you would know that was James Gandolfini. Jane. He looks like he has a handlebar mustache.
He does. He does. He actually looks good with a mustache.
Yeah, I don't. But again, I love the robe, the duck,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
The
yeah.
fucking boxers,
Yeah.
love it.
I don't know why they put him in partial blackface.
Yeah, the shading and the chest hair coming all the way up to the neck is an interesting choice.
Yeah, I like no hair on the thighs. Tony, not a hairy
Knee
thigh
down,
guy.
knee
Apparently.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we got? And also, you know what's weird about this guy's other tattoos? They look like they are not in the same
Not the same
style.
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like maybe the other one is Game of Thrones. It looks like it's a bunch
Oh,
of.
it's an HBO guy.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next?
Oh, wow.
I mean, the Michael one is
The
a fucking
Michael one
10.
is
We're
a
not
10.
giving 1 to 10, but that's a 10. You got that tattoo.
Is
You're
so good. So it's Christopher Michael Imperioli with his sunglasses on, with the big neck brace. It captures his essence beautifully.
in a suit too, which makes it
Yes,
funnier.
exactly. Drea, and it says Drea underneath it.
Yeah, I think she signed it before they got it tattooed.
Whoa.
People like
Well,
Sopranos too much. It's a great show. I get it, but you like it.
Oh, and I see
too
that Michael's
much.
right under it. I see. Okay.
Michael's what?
See how the tattoo placement
this
is
the
under
same
it. It's the
person.
same arm.
Oh, okay. Wow. Look at the eye on you, Jane.
Why not us?
They say
I'm
you're getting
kidding.
old.
Why
How
not
dare
Meadow and
they?
AJ? I think it's incredibly well done.
Michael's a 10. Drea, there's room for improvement there. I'll say that.
She's just young. Like, you know what I mean? It looks like young Drea.
Again, it's
Like
one of
her
those things
face was
where
fuller and-
if you show me that thing on the left with no name, I know exactly who that
Of
is and
course,
what. If you
yes.
show me that Drea tattoo on somebody, I don't know if I'd be able to say that was Drea De Matteo.
I get that. Yep.
All right, what do we got next? This is sad. Who is this? Takashi 6ix9ine's tattoo?
Well, first of all, whoever tattooed this face is incredible.
Yeah, that's really
like,
good.
It looks like
the
a
hair,
photo. The hair, it
hair
looks
is
3D.
crazy.
And I think that's it's very interesting. It's like, so it's basically, for those listening, it's Jim's face, impeccably done, with as if then somebody like graffitied over him, and it says like, and it like a you know a wall in New York City, and it's like different artists, and it has like Bada Bing and the girl on his neck. It has Don't Stop Believin' on his cheek, Gabagool across his forehead with Prozac on top.
Prozac Gabagool is a real.
That is really no. This is
that should
art.
be the Jersey
This is
Italian like
art.
slogan. Prozac and Gabagool.
That is very impressive and
I love that.
amazing.
That's
That's wild that
choice.
that's on someone's body.
It's a choice, is what you
Yeah.
want to say. Was there a scene where Jim had blood coming out of his mouth like that, or is that just an idea?
I think that's like it's symbolic of just the blood on his hands and maybe
Ooh, whoa.
you're
next level, James. I didn't. Wow, you are. You really look into this stuff. All right, should we do?
look into this stuff.
Should we do one more and then we'll save some for next time?
Vito.
That's very funny.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite.
Yeah.
So it's like what is this? A silhouette kind of Vito
you're on
in
your
the
shit
gay
today.
club. Am I?
You're on your shit with the silhouette and the blood on his hand. You're just
the
you're on a
Growing
roll.
Pains theme song really just unlocked a part of my brain for me today.
We'll start it.
So it's it's Vito when he was in the gay club
Right.
in his full garb.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Somehow you're not getting distracted by any, like my ADHD brain is, because he's all over the place.
I just trust him so much and the work that he's needing to do that I'm just going to ignore it because he's a professional. He ducked underneath the cameras while he was doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing a whole. You need a minute there,
Are you
Annie?
looking for a mouse?
No, I need a power thing.
you lose your AirPods? Wow. Jamie-Lynn. So we went yesterday or day before? Day before.
Yeah.
We went. Jamie got me a wonderful birthday gift, which basically it was to a place where, like, if I was a billionaire, that's what my house would look like.
For sure. It's a biohacking wellness mecca.
And for anybody who doesn't know what biohacking is,
It's just like where you're using technology like to bypass like your health. You know what I mean? Like to improve your health with technology, right?
Right.
Is that how you
yeah.
would define
We're
it?
just looking to feel better, looking to, and it has different things for different kinds of people. Like it's like,
Yes.
well, help your skin. I'm like, I don't care about
Right.
that. I don't care if my face looks younger. You know what I mean? But then
We
there's
don't
other
need
stuff.
that. You don't need that.
Yeah, but then there's other stuff where I'm like, oh, like so we have photos. Me and Jamie went into a cryogenic chamber.
Hyperbaric.
Hyperbaric.
Yes.
What is cryo? That's not cryo.
No,
yeah.
that's not correct. So hyperbaric chamber, and these were different. Like these were like the highest tech, gorgeous looking. We look like we were about to go to space.
Yeah, I had never done this before. I had no idea.
We had to sign paperwork for 18 hours before we got in.
my
Which first of all,
God.
Rob and I almost walked out.
My brother said I look like I'm in a dryer.
So that's me taking a photo from my pod into Rob's pod. Were you meditating?
Everything.
Trying-
I mean, we were in there for a fucking over
We
an
were
hour.
in over an hour. We
Yeah.
were. And she was telling us how like we descend and ascend like you're going, it's basically like you were going 30 feet underwater.
Right, like you're diving. And she'd be like, you ready to come back up?
yeah.
You ready to surface?
When she came by, because she gave us like the hand motions, and if we give the thumbs up, like that means to up the pressure. So like you have to do the okay.
Exactly, yeah.
But it was
What's the next photo?
oh, yep, there I am. You have to wear a mask, an oxygen mask. This is what the inside of the pod looks like. See, it's like all leather and nice.
We're in
and
there for over an hour 20.
Here's Robbie next to me. I'm a terrible influencer. I have terrible camera skills.
No, you're great.
So
I don't know
sorry.
why
I
you
gave
didn't
you a
say a
thumbs up at
word.
the end to let you know.
You know, you had the option to say something during that video.
Nope.
You just wanted to go silent film on him,
I
huh?
am like a total, what am I, a boomer? A millennial? Like, I feel like I'm definitely made fun of by...
I'm surprised you had the camera pointing the right way.
Exactly.
Way to go. Kudos.
Exactly.
What, do we have
Like
more?
the angles are bad. Oh, there's
There you
Robbie's
go.
video of me. Look at
We're
us.
both in the hyperbaric chamber right now.
There you go.
I told her to take a video for Not Today, Pal.
See, that's me doing the video, said
She's
video.
taking it. I'm going to show you guys what Jamie got me for my birthday. There's some high-tech shit. I think I'm going to be able to fly after this.
Wouldn't it be cool if JB got shot off into space right during this video?
So I got Rob, like, basically credits to use all of their different modalities.
Modalities, they call it. Yes, new word in our vocabulary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But it's, rolled off my tongue now. I'm so well versed after
course.
talking to them for too many hours.
Yeah, they made us sign a stack of paper like this high, and it's like, have you ever stubbed your toe? Have you ever done that? And we're like, oh, and Jamie just like the nicest person ever. Halfway through, just starts looking at her phone, and the lady's like, so, like trying to get her attention back. Yeah.
They lost me. I was also like hungry. It was like 4 p.m. But it was really cool. It was really, really cool.
Great.
They
Thank
have
you
like
so
red
much.
light beds.
Great. For me, the gift
Well, what
value,
do you get
10,
Robbie? Do you know what
10.
I mean? What do you get him?
You can't get me anything because I'll be mad at you until I throw it away.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll just be
So-
staring at it and I'll be like, what? Speaking of, you were very proud of me that there was a new addition to my apartment. Do you remember? It was a canister for walnuts.
Yes, a glass canister with a little bamboo top. It was very decorative.
I bought a canister, and what'd you do? Same thing broads always do. Right away, you're like, you need to get 2 more canisters.
Yes,
I'm like,
to
no,
make it more
I don't.
aesthetic. Well, because I think then you can have your Brazil nuts there. You can have pistachios. You can have a variety of nuts that you like to throw into your
I'm
things.
already feeling overwhelmed. That's what I said to you. I said, you're making me feel overwhelmed with the 3 jars. I need one
Sorry.
jar. Just be
Sorry,
happy
you're
for
right.
me.
I should have just said great work.
No, you always do the right thing.
No, I
You
don't.
try and push me to be the best me I could be. You try and get me another
Just
canister with
nudging you.
Brazil nuts.
Nudging you.
I just know I need the, and just
No,
getting
you know
the
what?
one was a big step.
I had the incredible Mel Robbins on my other podcast, Messy.
Yes.
And she's like a personal hero of mine. And, she made me really sit back and realize that sometimes my well-intentioned wishes for people that I love very much can come across as pressure. And that I need to check myself and realize that I need to love them and appreciate them and trust that they are exactly where they're meant to be in that moment and they're doing the best they can in that moment and not push them any further. And it's like you could be celebrated for being like a champion or somebody but like I actually was like, oh fuck, that's a flaw of mine that I'm going to work on and just more trust that this person's going to go where they need to go when they're ready and they're doing the best they can where they're at.
Yeah, like you on the car ride over to our modality session, you tried to pressure me into some stuff.
What? I forgot. What?
That I should start eating bad. You want me to have cheap meals and feel like shit? And
No. Well, Rob, you want to talk about your realization that you had?
Well, I went to this breathwork class so my friend moved to my friend's friend moved to Austin. My friend for a year has been like, you have to meet this person. They do breathwork and this and like I always have that thing in my head of like, I'm a fucking New Yorker. I don't do that shit. But then like also I love that shit. So like I kind of dance in between and like, do I want to try this thing? Yes. Do I want to sit? It was at Soho House, which I'm not a member. I don't really like that shit. Like I like Soho House is cool, but I just like
You're not gonna like go to like a class at Soho House,
right? It was at Soho House. It was a class. There's gonna be 20 people sitting around. I'm like, I just don't.
It's not your thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to go to that. And like for whatever this, so I kept pushing it off. Finally, I did it, and it was great.
When you think of businesses skyrocketing in sales like Gymshark or Heinz, you naturally think of amazing products, cool brands, and brilliant marketing. But what's often overlooked is the powerful platform behind these businesses, making selling and shopping seamless. For millions of companies, that platform is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home to the #1 checkout in the world. And the not so secret, with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. If you're serious about growing your business, your commerce platform needs to be ready to sell wherever your customers are. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Gymshark and Heinz use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/nottoday. I know
was
you
so fucking
called
nice.
me or you voice noted me right after, and he was like, "Hey, James,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that I really think you should do this breath work chick with me next time." He was like the calmest.
Yeah.
I was like soaking up your energy through the phone. It was great.
Well, what the crazy thing is so first she says, when you're doing this breathwork class, right, it's like the 3-part breath, and it's like, so you do that for 25 minutes straight while she like blasts this music and does this stuff. And she's like, your hands, she starts saying all this stuff in the beginning that you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, she's like, your hands are going to turn into claws, something with like the oxygen. Can you look up why that happens? Like something with the oxygen, why your hands turn into claws during breathwork classes, something with the oxygen. She's like, your mouth might get stuck in like a circle and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. 10 minutes later, I'm like, just straight up my
25 minutes is very long. The longest I've ever done that like whatever breath is 9 minutes, and I felt like I had taken a crazy amount of drugs.
Right. Well, that's what she says is like, she's like, so you're going to feel overwhelmed at some point unless you've done this a bunch or whatever, which it was my first time. And she's like, so at some point you can just come back and kind of slow down your breath and come back to the real fucking world, whatever. Or you can give in and just fucking commit. And that's what I was like. Of course you did. I was like, fuck it. I'm going all in.
Robbie.
Like, yeah, I'm not going to stop. But she's like, you might worry like, oh my God, am I going to have a seizure? Am I going to, cause you start feeling all these like tingly, like my hands were so tingling that she's like, you might have to sit on them. So I had to sit on them like while I was laying down. Cause my hands were like, it felt like there were a million bugs inside of my arms. Like, it was crazy. And I just did this thing and yeah, it was great.
That's great.
It was really calm and chill. And then so when you come out of it, like she's like, all right, start to like move your hands and stuff. And I touched my hoodie and I was like, was this always this soft? Like, I'm like, my hoodie's so soft.
That's how you were talking.
Like, yeah, right. And I just felt so fucking good. And we sat there after and I talked to her and it was just really nice.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you realized what about yourself?
So they say that you could get downloads, which is like you might just get a message in your head of like this thing. It might be just something you forgot to do. Like, you don't know. It could be somebody speaking to you from somebody who anything. And mine was just like, you can be all the things and you're still the same person. Meaning like you can be angry. Like when, because sometimes I get in my head about like, well, am I the guy who's the angry guy yelling at the TV during sports? Or am I the guy when I'm meditating for an hour and I'm calm? Because I want to be that guy. I want to be the calm guy and I want to be chilled and centered. That's the thing where it's like, once I get mad at something or a fucking Uber doesn't show up or this and I get angry, I'm like, see, I'm not that meditating guy. I'm the fucking angry guy. And I just fucking bounce back, in that thing of like, well, then who? And it's like, I got a message during that thing that was like, it's you. Like, you're all these things and it's okay. Like,
so when he told me this, which I loved hearing and I think is something that everyone can relate to, and it's all about in the journey of accepting all the parts of yourself and your humanness and forgiving yourself and having grace and also being proud of other parts of yourself, that he could also not have to be so restrictive with his life. Like, because he was mentioning how like he thinks about pizza all the time or thinks about dessert all the time, but doesn't let himself have it. And I'm like, but you could have pizza one day and still be an incredibly healthy guy.
But what I was trying to say is that the problem is I feel like shit after I eat it, and then I'm mad at myself where it's like, okay, for 15 or 20 minutes, I felt good. It was like, nom, 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 pizza, Robbie. But for fucking 36 hours after, I'm like, oh, I feel like shit. I'm not pooping good. I don't want to go to the gym. My skin, like.
See, for me, when I do have like my indulgent moments, even if I feel crappy, I'm like still riding on like having my indulgence, and I just know what to do to get back to feeling good. Yeah. And I wonder, that's where I was telling you, I'm wondering how much of your mental game is igniting actually how bad you feel and
Well,
like,
and like
making it worse.
my skin and not being able to poop and all these things. It's not my mental game. That's fit. It's like it sucks. Like, and again, I
pooping
think
doesn't throw me off as much as you.
I think it's also because for 5 years, however long it's been, like I've been so clean.
I
Now,
know.
when you introduce shit to my system, like my body's like, what the fuck is going on? Like we
Right.
don't like. I have 4 meals a year that are not like super clean. Like when
Yeah.
I eat fucking barbecue or something, the next day it's like a hangover.
Well,
like I'm
yeah, for
fucked
sure.
up.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, why did I do that? So what I kind of feel like it happens in my life is like I get that reminder. Like every 3 months or something, I do one of those things and I go, I cannot do this again.
Right.
Like I'm fucking done.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you put that thing back up of why your hands turn into claws? Can you read it? My eyes are terrible.
Physiological response to changes in blood chemistry, specifically hyperventilation, which can lead to a decrease in carbon dioxide levels and an increase in pH, causing muscle spasms.
I love that voice for the new reader for the show.
That's
And it
right. While
says-
generally not dangerous, are a common experience in breath work.
Oh, love that. That's very, very soothing. I feel like I'm in that breathwork class all over again.
Like a lobster-like shape, it says.
That's what happened. And I was just full. So listen, I'm almost upset that I have acted. I've acted in something. It's coming out soon. And here's why I'm upset because
See, I think this is going to pull Robbie straight back into Hollywood.
here's why I'm upset because I finally got to the point where people stopped asking me, what are you going to do next? Because like,
Of course, this is the way the universe works. You
10
didn't want
or-
it. You didn't want it. And now look what happened.
it's like 10, 12, 15 years after Sopranos. It's like, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do next? What are you going to do? How come you're not doing it? And I'm like, I don't want to because I don't want to fucking do anything. I got to the point now where people don't say that when they meet me. They just go, oh, love Sopranos, or I like the podcast, whatever. It's over. But now this is going to come out, and I feel like it's going to start the like, so, well, what's next for you? And it's like, ugh, I hate that. Because I hate fucking constantly
You're
being
a
like,
rare
yeah,
breed,
nothing.
bro.
Why am I a rare breed?
Because you're so good at what you do, and then you don't
stop.
want it, and you get mad when people want more of you.
No.
Well, tell us more about this one time we're going to get to see you act ever again.
I did a show for a guy some people around here have heard of, Tom Segura, asked me to act in a show that he was doing, and now it's getting to the point where it's about to come out, and Netflix has just released what is it called? The
called-
date announcement.
And it's called Bad Thoughts.
Bad Thoughts is the show, and we have a trailer to watch with everybody, and let's see what
He kidnaps fans. And then he tortures them.
Now the sheriff is coming in right now.
Thank you.
Hey, speak of the devil. Sheriff?
I like that.
There's no better feeling than killing the enemy.
You know we have to transfer schools, right?
May 13th, guys.
Wow.
It's coming out in May.
And what a
Coming up in
birthday
May.
present for me, 2 days before my birthday.
That's right.
I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see this. Everybody we love so much has been involved with this. And it looks like nothing else that's ever been on television, which is the coolest part
Yeah.
about it. What can you look at Tom? Tom
Yeah.
looks like he's having the time of his life.
Oh, he is. And listen, I liked working with Tom. I liked working with everybody on the show. Everybody was great and cool and fun. I hate acting. I hate it. It sucks.
I know, but you're so good at it.
No, I'm not. But it's
Was that
it's-
you with your hand in the blender?
No,
Oh.
no. I
Well, there he is. Look at him. Look
Yeah.
at that. Sheer terror.
go to the one where I'm running. That's better. I don't know where that is. Where I'm running. Where
Great form.
Looks like the world is ending or something.
I think it's at the top.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. There you go.
Where was that? Where'd you shoot that? Is that in
In
front of a
Calif-
green screen or
No.
like a actual street that they
That
had
was
look?
So I don't know if you could look this up in there, but there's like an old, I don't know if it was like an insane asylum or like some kind of thing for like mentally ill people in California, where it's like it was a village kind of made for them, and then they shut that down. Can't imagine why, but they turned it into a place for people to like film stuff. So
that's it. It's
Netflix
coming.
May 13th. I'm sure we'll talk about it more leading up to it, but yeah,
very
everybody
excited for
wants
you.
what everybody wants.
Everybody wants it.
When I meet people, how come you're not acting anymore? I'm fucking
Now
acting
they know.
now.
Look at him do it.
Yeah, and then also I know still people are like, oh, like you're not doing anything now. I'm like, I'm in a fucking TV show. I got a podcast. I'm doing that. Like it's never enough. That's what you realize. It's never enough. So just do what you want. That's the message that I'm giving you if you're doing breathwork right now.
I see the endorsements rolling in for you, Rob. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Nothing. I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. But speaking of good TV shows, we got invited to a premiere in New York.
Yep.
And we weren't able to go.
Yeah.
But so like, we get invited to stuff sometimes and you're like, no thanks. I don't even think of it. Like my manager just knows to say no. And he's like, do you want to go to the show in New York? And I'm like, I don't want to go to the show. And he's like, well, it's Tom Hardy. I was like,
I know. And Pierce Brosnan.
And
Helen Mirren.
And I was like, damn. But for me, when he said Tom Hardy, that's when it, like, I felt in my gut, like I was like, fuck, I kind of wish I was in New York. And
yeah.
I would have been able to go. So they reached out and they sent us screeners.
Yeah.
So we got to watch some of the first episodes. It's
called MobLand.
It's called and like we're going to be working with them on some stuff and hopefully get cast member on the show soon. But what'd you think of it?
It was so good. It's on Paramount Plus, by the way. And it's very reminiscent of The Sopranos in like the richness of the characters, and even Tom Hardy's character Harry in particular. Like he's sort of this like reluctant hero, like the man that gets everything done, like balancing people and their personalities and families. He's like a cold-blooded killer, but you're rooting for him. Very similar to like how they hook you with a Tony Soprano in that way. But even in the pilot episode, like you're learning about these characters and like and it's so much about the family and feuding families and fucked up kids. It's like, to me, it looked like by the way, it's in England though, which is an entirely different, like, it's
country.
Yes, but
it's
it's an entirely different vibe, yet very familiar and very mob-esque. Like everything that you love about mob
like the scene
shows.
in the boxing thing.
Yes.
That was fucking.
And it's directed by Guy Ritchie, so it's like cinematically beautiful and cool. But the very last scene, I don't want to give anything away. Like the whole family sort of congregates together, and you see the people that you're gonna like follow through this story. And particularly Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren's characters, like I cannot wait to understand that dynamic more. It was a really good fucking show. I really enjoyed it.
When you listen, Tom Hardy's just a fucking every scene, every word he says, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, there's no. But the thing I wanted to ask you about it is like, so we did a Super Bowl commercial, and you were in like the role of Tony. So you're in the car, you're doing the thing, you're driving through the tunnel. And after that, everybody was like, oh, they should bring back Sopranos and Jamie should be the mafia boss. So when you see Helen Mirren like making these kind of big decisions and stuff, are you like, I could have did that? Do you feel like you're like, that could have, I could have had Meadow being a fucking...
When I watch a show like this again, it makes me want to do it again.
Really?
For sure. Yeah.
See, I think
it makes me want to experience it as an adult. Does that make sense? Like, I'm like, to like step into like a powerful role as a woman in that world. Fuck yeah.
And I think people are going to compare this to Sopranos because it's mafia or whatever. And I'm sure that's obviously why they invited us in this. But I think it's so different because like Sopranos kind of lulled you in. Like they started in a therapist's office and you're like, oh, what is it? I don't know. Where it's Guy Ritchie, like you said, the stakes are fucking high.
Right away. The tension is high right away.
Okay.
You're in a conflict immediately.
Again, don't want to give anything away,
No.
but the scene with Tom Hardy in that hospital,
yes,
you're like, and here's the thing, right? When we were younger, we're so lucky to live in a time where like Oscar-winning actors are doing TV shows. Because when we were younger, it was like garbage, like not garbage, but it was like there was TV acting.
There was movie stars and TV stars.
Right,
yes.
You're not going to win an Oscar and then next week be on a fucking Channel 7 or whatever. And now it's like you get to watch these people for 8 episodes,
right.
however many, for a fucking hour of it, and it's just because somebody like me who hates going to the fucking movies and like I don't want to go to the movies to have to watch great acting. Like we don't even know that that's we forget that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 years ago, if you were watching TV, it was like you kind of had to be like a kid or like not, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't this way. And I think, I just feel fucking when you're watching this shit.
That scene in the hospital, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hospital, he's good.
Robbie and I did talk about like when you're watching people with British accents, like you can't fuck around on your phone when you're watching the show. Like you've got to pay attention. But thankfully they have actors that like you are completely enthralled by and like hanging, as particularly Tom Hardy, like on every word. And you know, like I said, it seems like they're going to be balancing family life along with it. It's very interesting. It's very different but very reminiscent of Sopranos. I think people who watch Sopranos and love Sopranos would really love it.
And I agree. And staying on the great show thing, did you watch Adolescence? Have you watched it yet?
Not yet. I'm needing to give myself, I know. But I need to give myself, like prepare myself. I've heard it from everybody and it's 4 episodes only, right?
And I don't want to give anything away about it. It's 4 episodes. You're going to appreciate it so much.
Am I going to watch more than one in a night?
You might, yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know, but you'll probably fall asleep halfway through the first one, even if it's fantastic.
I can stay awake.
James, you gotta just. I don't want to spoil anything. They do something right away that no one else has ever done that I know of, and when you're watching it, you can't even believe it's going on. It's
the
hard.
One shot.
Yeah, I didn't want to give it away.
Well, no, that's like how they like have been promoting it.
I know, but I didn't know when I put it on. I think a lot of people don't like research a show before they,
right?
You know, you just kind of.
But do you think somebody that like doesn't understand television would still recognize like there is no breaks within this and this is all one shot?
I think if you appreciate, the show is filmed in one take every single time, where normally there's when you do an episode of TV, there's 1,000 takes between every scene and it's like, all right, we're gonna turn your head and act. We're gonna do the turn now, go this way, or you put this down, and it's just a million.
So like an entire episode is filmed.
Every episode. Shot? So the whole show each episode is an hour long. It's 4 takes. The first episode is 1 take. Second episode is 1 take.
So it's like a play. Like they recorded
it's
a play.
It's exactly a play, but they're moving in a world. Like they're going outside. They're getting in cars. They're doing, and it's fucking, you can't believe that what you're watching is even possible to me. Like I thought it was fucking so well done. I thought it was fantastic. Wait to watch it. And I guess the guy whose idea it was, who was a creator, who's the dad, was in like Boardwalk Empire, and he was in Peaky Blinders. Great actor, but in this you're like, wow.
That's awesome.
Of course, I think anybody who appreciates watching stuff is gonna realize, some people maybe whatever, but I think as an actor, I think for me, I instantly just felt the pressure. Because imagine you're
that's
40
opposite
minutes.
For me. That's freedom for me. To not have to be pulled out and just, because I come from theater where like I'm sure that they had a very intense rehearsal process.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a fucking dream.
But James,
to me.
what if you're 40 minutes into a take and you fuck up a line and now everything has to stop and go back?
I wouldn't, because I'm
never
so
mess
well
up?
rehearsed. No, well, you just keep going with it. I'm sure they did more than 1 take of.
No, it's one. They do a shot until they get one and they go, that was it.
Yeah, but you don't think they did more than 1?
They do, but if they do a take, like it was the 4th take on one of them. So it's like they do a take. If something messes up in the 20-minute mark or whatever, they go, okay, we go back. Do it again, because sometimes the camera gets messed. No, but you can't keep going. There is no room for error.
Okay.
If anything happens wrong or whatever,
I still think I'd love it.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just interested in your perspective, how it's so different than mine.
Well, because I love living out something for that long. Do you know what I mean? I loved being in theater, and like you would step on that stage and feel like you were in another world. And a lot of times when you're working with a camera, you have strangers with iPhones right there, like filming you doing it. Like it's
for sure.
It's hard to kind of really stay present. And so I don't know. That sounds so cool. I can't wait to watch it.
I just can imagine like. You do a take that's supposed to be 50 minutes. You do it for 30 minutes. You mess something up. And then the next take, you're like, oh my, all you're stuck in your head is like, I can't believe I just fucked that up. And now I make sure you don't fuck it up this time. And I would just be thinking about that. And like, so this one, the main kid in the thing, I think he's 12 or I forget how old
It's
he
the
is.
first thing he's ever done.
First thing he's ever done, and to do this, I mean, this kid is fucking good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we started with the TV theme show. We're going full TV on you today.
Wow,
but
big TV epi.
I have one clip to show you, the cruise ship one. That Jamie, I don't know if this is just me. This is one of the top 10 craziest things I've ever seen. Like, it just fucking, I can't, if this would have happened to me, I don't know what I would do. It's Cutter's nightmare also.
They thought it was a joke, boy. There was so many birds out here, man. I'm talking about, they done flew all in folk room. They out here dead on the goddamn balcony and shit. One flew in Cooney head. She was hollering like a scald cat, John. You hear me? Man, that was my room full of goddamn birds.
Baby, you okay? Baby, where you at?
Yo, could you imagine?
Yeah, my boy said, ooh. What the fuck you close?
That is, I don't, like, what do you, like,
Are they in the middle of the ocean? What the fuck's going, where are they? Are they
they're probably near, like, tropical islands because they look like fucking parrots or whatever, but I'm sure this has happened where it's like.
Feathers or birds?
Birds.
All that white shit?
Those are all birds.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This would be, but here's the craziest part.
They seem so chill.
These guys are 7 feet into the room. As soon as I open the door and see that, I'm just slamming the door shut. They were like, let's go in and check out what's going on.
And what's that guy going to do with a spray bottle in his little satchel?
I'll tell you, I was in Mexico one time and there was like a full lizard, like not like a little baby one, like a full lizard on the ceiling in my shower. So I called up the room service and I was like, I don't want to shower with this guy in there because he's going to fall on my head and like whatever. So they were like, oh, no problem. Like, we'll come in and fix it. And they had like a pool
skimmer.
Yeah, a pool skimmer. And the guy walked in with that and I was like, oh, good. He's going to like grab it and take it outside or whatever. He smacks it. It hits the ground. He just starts fucking stabbing it with the edge of the thing. And I was like, oh like that. No. So he just left like my bloody shower and was like, thank you. Like, you're welcome. And like walked out. And I was like, is this guy fucking for real? Like just murdered on like the most peaceful vacation I was supposed to ever be on. It was literally like on the beach. And the guy just comes in and bloody murder lizard walks out like, you're welcome, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you, don't leave your house. You've got it. You've got it.
Thank you. That's why I don't. I try and leave my house one time. I got to watch a guy kill a lizard in my fucking shower.
Yep.
Do we have a memory lane before we go? Oh, okay. Keep it in the theme with the show. See, Robbie knows when that was.
Of course.
Yeah.
This was 2021.
2021? Yeah, 2021.
2022.
Really? I would have said. I
moved to Austin 2021.
Oh yeah, I would have said the commercial came out in 22, but I guess we did it in January like 3rd or something. Yeah. Okay, so 2022.
In Jersey, Robbie and I shooting our Chevy Silverado Super Bowl commercial.
That was the highlight of my acting career, to be honest with you.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Absolute highlight. Killing it. All right.
Well,
we will see you guys next week.
As long as we've got each other.
Take us out, Jamie. Here's Jamie to take us out with a track from her new.
In our hands, baby, rain or shine.